All right. So, what it do? What it does? What it isn't? So I just left seeing Tyler Perry presents A Madea Funeral. Okay. I'm not going to give away the plot. I'm not going to give away none of that. I'm going to just give away what my reactions are to the movie. Now, I understand we need to give a little background on the movie to kind of give you what was going on. Okay. This film actually was created like 2 years ago. And Tyler felt as if it was not time for it to come out yet. And so he held on to it and he sat on the project until now. So kind of makes sense because Madea's final like farewell tour is going on now. And it kind of makes sense because, yeah, you'll see why. So everyone was like, oh my gosh, it's Madea's funeral, and that's what it was called. And everyone got all up in arms, saying that that's what the twist was going to be, and they thought that that's what was going on or whatnot. But I went to the movie. So let's break it down into pieces. So casting. The casting for this film was decent. It was not phenomenal. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, everyone was cast correctly. No, it wasn't. There were some people who I felt could have been cast differently. It would have been great to have seen some much more stronger actors. This one, now, don't get me wrong, I give all props to Tyler because he used a lot of up-and-coming actors as the leading roles. The only people who we really recognized from other Tyler Perry productions would be Patrice Lovely, I think is her name, Cassie Davis, who is Bam at Bam, and then Patrice plays Hattie, and of course Tyler. Those are the only three who he really used that have been in other films, which I thought that was awesome. He used some YouTubers, so not Carlton Banks is in the film. Christine, who plays Charlene, was in there, so she made a cameo. And Joanne the Scammer was in the movie, but it was good. So I get what he's doing. I get it. I get he's kind of cultivating the next generation of his actors, which I thought was pretty awesome. Now, taking another step, the writing of the movie felt a little lackluster. It felt a little watered down. It wasn't Tyler like how we're used to it. We're used to Tyler brings the drama. Tyler brings the comedy. Tyler brings, he brings all that. This one, it just felt kind of watered down. And this is no shade towards these other kind of films, but it felt kind of like one of those like bootleg Christian films where it's really like, oh, it's okay because we have each other. It's kind of like that. It kind of felt a little watered down, but hey. It also felt a little rushed. A little like, actually, take that back. Not rushed. Slow in the beginning. Slow. But then as soon as the thing happens, then it just starts going and it's okay. I personally think that the funniest part of this entire film was the funeral. The funeral is what did me in. I laughed till I cried at the funeral. But other than that, the film just, I guess if I had to give it a grade, I'm sorry, I have to say it is a C+. C+. That's how I see it. The only reason is because I would have loved to have had better writing, better timing from the actors, because it just felt like they were reciting lines back and forth to each other. And like, I think that had the show gone to tour first, that way they could have had a little bit more chemistry and then translated it to film. That probably would have worked a little bit better, because the timing just didn't feel right. The chemistry wasn't really there. It just kind of felt kind of lackluster. But overall, I mean, I went to support the film because I'm not a bootlegger. But overall, it just didn't feel real polished and done. It just kind of felt like, well, here you go. The music, I mean, there was really no music there. The set design was very good. The message, Tyler always has a message in his films. The message was good. The message was eye-opening. So literally, the movie for me could have been The Funeral to the end, because that's what was worth me staying for. Just saying. But that's how I see it. Go see the film. You'll see. What do you think? I want to know what you think about it, because that's just how I roll. That's how I feel. Your opinion is gonna be different. But yeah, I'm out of here.